Hello all, I'm Paper Tom, and if you're familiar with my channel, you might know that I am a Simon Belmont main. During my many matches, I've learned a few tricks regarding the Belmont's downward aerial attack, which I've now coined item bouncing. But before we get into it, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video if you do enjoy it, or if you think this new Belmont tech is game-changing. If not, comment below, I'd love to hear from you. Additionally, you can follow me on Twitch for my live streams and join me on Twitter for updates. All links will be in the description below. Moving on, in this video, we'll discuss 3 topics. 1. Technical review. 2. Tech demonstration. And 3. Tech implementation. Let's discuss it. Tech review. Item bouncing refers to the interaction between the Belmont's dare attack and an object. The Belmonts rebound in an upwards direction and can bounce off other players, as well as a large array of projectiles. The Belmont's dare has 2 hitboxes. One when the move begins that spikes opponents, and the other that lingers after the first hitbox comes out. Both hitboxes make you bounce off an object in the same manner, and so, for this tech, either hitbox works. Bouncing off a projectile is item bouncing. As a disclaimer, the Belmonts can bounce on a lot more projectiles than I'll demonstrate in this video. But I tested a diverse pool of projectiles, that way you can get the feel for it. Tech demonstration. Some of the projectiles that the Belmonts can bounce off of, but not limited to, are Mario's fireballs, Game & Watch's neutral special, Greninja's water shurikens, all forms of Ryu and Ken's Hadokens, Ice Climber's ice shot, the main body of Ness's PK Thunderbolt, Snake's hand grenades and remote missile, King K. Rool's Crownerang and Blunderbuss, Bayonetta's bullet climax. Item bouncing is not a perfect science, however. Because of this, there are some odd interactions that you should be aware of. Such as, if you bounce off of Snake's grenade, it can still blow up and damage you, depending on how much time is left on its fuse. Bouncing on the front of Snake's remote missile will hurt you, but bouncing off the middle or end won't. You can bounce off King K. Rool's blunderbuss shot, but not if he sucks it back in and shoots it out again. Trying will result in you getting hit. You can also bounce off Bayo's bullets, but depending on which bullet you bounce off of, you might get hit by another before rebounding to safety. In addition to odd interactions, there are some projectiles you cannot bounce off of, even though you can bounce off similar projectiles, such as Lucas's PK Thunderbolt and Sheik's Needle Storm. With all this evidence, I tried to decipher what exactly the Belmonts could and could not bounce off of. At first, I thought they might be able to bounce off only physical projectiles compared to energy-based projectiles. But then I bounced off of Mario's fireballs and Ryu's Hadoken. I then thought it might be the projectile's size, but then I bounced off Bayo's bullets and Greninja's shurikens. The conclusion of my research is, I have no idea. If anyone can find the defining factor of what the Belmonts can and cannot jump off of, please comment below and you will be crowned smarter than Paper Tom. Which isn't much of an achievement, but hey, it's something. Tech implementation. Before making this video, I theorized that as a Belmont player, it could be possible to bounce off projectiles hurled at you while you were off stage in a last-ditch effort to get back on stage, as we all know the Belmonts kind of lack in the recovery area, if you know what I mean. Now, the situation in which this technique would be beneficial is very specific, as well as very precise and difficult, but it's possible. Some players are extremely aggressive when their opponent is off stage, and some players will spam projectiles at you. This might be to your benefit, as if you notice you are above the trajectory of the projectile, or you have saved your double jump to place yourself above the incoming projectile, you can bounce off of it to gain more height than your double jump would normally give, allowing you a better chance at recovery, or at least a mix-up to recover. You must be extremely careful though, as this technique will kill you if you miss. This technique is only meant as a last resort. I do not suggest using it at low percents, and I do not suggest using it in situations where being gimped is very unlikely. Be smart with this tech, and it may save you a stock. Just don't let it make you lose one unnecessarily. And so in conclusion, as alluded to, the Belmonts are weak in the area of recovery, and so every tool they have to help them get back to the stage is a must for any Belmont player who wants to be taken seriously. With that, my intention for making this video is to give Belmont players another tool to recover if the opportunity arises. And that's item bouncing. I hope you found this video educational as well as entertaining, and that this tech might help up your recovery game. If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content, especially Belmont tips and techniques, as I do want to make a little playlist for that. And make sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter to be kept up to date with the happenings. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. This has been Paper Thomas, signing out. Peace.